Yo, what is up, guys? Oh my god, you all are already in here quick. Holy crap. This is gonna be such a hype stream, bro. Hold up, let me pull this up here so I can read everybody's name. You guys just flooded in here. Thank you all for having notifications on. Wow, this is awesome. Let's see. We already have 50 people in here. I launched the stream like 4 seconds ago. Oh my god, look at all these comments. Guys, yo, what's up, Tim? What's up, Joaquin? Of course. What's up, Mushroom Snow Productions? What's up, Nathaniel, Gokan, C4 Addict, Kiwi, Andrew, Batman v Superman, Andrew, again, Amir, Flame, Stop Motion, Epicness. Okay, so many of you guys in here. I've got a couple things to say. I'm not going to be reading the chat super intensely at the beginning. Send in your super chats. I'll start with the super chats for questions if you guys want to have your questions answered first. I'm going to talk for maybe like 10-15 minutes and just like not look at the chat because I'm going to get distracted. I mean, I'll still be glancing at it, but I'm just not going to be like reading every single comment like I normally do. And in about 15 minutes, I'll read all the super chats and we'll answer those super chat questions, and then we'll get into the just the chat discussion with all you guys. So, okay, thank you all so much for tuning in. You know, obviously, you're going to wait a second for everyone to get in here, but this is an incredible moment for us all. I mean, what can you say? This is awesome. For those of you that are unaware, WB Games Montreal has announced their new Batman video game. And some people are going to say, like, people are already being negative Nancy's, dude. And it's just like, expected. I mean, people are already saying, like, oh, this is not confirmation, blah, blah, blah. I mean, whatever. Let me tell you what happened. For those of you that are unaware, I'm sure everybody's aware. So, 2 days ago, WB Games Montreal gets on Twitter, and they post a video. And this video is, I posted to my channel. It's basically the bat signal, 30 seconds looking at the bat signal, and then all these logos flash up, and all these different logos. And let's see, it might actually be beneficial to, let's see, do I have this? Oh, I do. Let's do this here. Let's go here, and we can take a look at these images. Here we go. We're going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, this is the first image. Oh my god, this tweet got a lot of retweets. There's the first image, and then Scott Snyder, the writer of the Court of Owls, or the creator of the Court of Owls, he created it back in 2011 with the launch of New 52. He looked at this tweet and said, wait for it, hashtag beware the Court of Owls. And here is one of the logos that was flashed on this screen for this trailer. Thank you for that super chat. I'll take a look at it in just a bit. So, it's unbelievable, guys. Oh my god, I can't believe this is real. I mean, dude, how many years has it been? Their last game was in 2013. Their last piece of content that they worked on was a 45-minute DLC. It came out in 2015. And since then, we've all been speculating. They announced 2 brand new DC games in the summer of 2015 after the release of Batman Arkham Knight. I'm trying to speak faster than my boss, Ben Shapiro, here. I don't think I can beat him, but I can try to come close. So, you know, it's just insane. It's just insane that this is actually here. And it's like, it's long overdue, so I shouldn't be surprised. It should be like, well, yeah, I mean, obviously it was going to happen. It's been so many years, so of course it's going to be here. You shouldn't be surprised almost. But I am surprised because there starts to, like, something emerges in your head where it's like, is it ever going to happen? I don't know. Is it ever going to happen? Like, so anyway, the Court of Owls. Scott Snyder deleted this tweet. He obviously got in trouble for it. He should not have tweeted this because the trailer's not even out yet. The Court of Owls is the main villain for the game. We've seen many, many a times that it's been teased over the years, and this all makes sense. It's all culminating. If you've been following this stuff for years, it all makes sense to you. Even talent in that leaked pictures that I saw several years ago from the game that has now been canceled with Damian Wayne, that also had Talon in it. It also had the Court of Owls. I saw Talon's character design, and that actually hasn't been leaked, by the way, the Talon character design. Very nice character design. I quite liked it. Anyway, so it's been a long time coming, and, you know, of course, like, I've dealt with hate. Of course. I've dealt with hate saying people saying that I was lying about the pictures, and then they leaked online, and people were like, oh, yeah, you were actually right. Of course, it didn't really help because that game was canceled anyway, but, like, people were still saying that the pictures that I saw, like, I totally made it up or some bullshit like that. So, I mean, that was a big relief for me. Like, it helped me because, like, I was getting hate, and it kind of weighs on you a little bit. I mean, not a lot, but you just kind of, thank you for that super chat. I'll look at that in just a second. It's just like, I don't know, it's kind of tough, you know what I mean? Like, you feel it. But I will say this. I will say that it's been an incredible ride. Like, all of you guys that are still here, all of you guys that are still in here, it's like insane to me that you guys have stuck with me for this many years. And once again, like, this is finally our moment. It's finally happening. It's finally real. I can hardly believe it, to be truthful with you. I really can't. Like, I'm so giddy and excited, as you can see. So anyway, Scott Snyder, the creator of the Court of Owls, he is going to have some involvement on this game. I think it's going to be similar to Paul Dini. And first, let me say, this is incredible. This is the best bit of news that we've had for this game. That Scott Snyder is involved with this game, clearly narratively. It's going to be like a Paul Dini type situation. Paul Dini had a very integral role in writing the story for Asylum and City. I think Scott Snyder will have something similar, crafting the story for the Court of Owls here in this new Batman video game. And I think that that is really what this franchise needs, because after Night, which was such a letdown narratively, I won't say it was horrible. I mean, it was still a good story. I enjoyed it. I love that game. It's my favorite Arkham game, probably, behind City. But, you know, the gameplay was incredible, the best of all the Arkham games. But in terms of the story, you could tell Paul Dini wasn't there. The narrative just wasn't quite as strong. It certainly didn't feel as much like a comic book. You play through Arkham Asylum, it feels like you're playing through that graphic novel, the Arkham Asylum graphic novel. When you play Arkham City, it feels like you're playing through an episode of the animated series, because it has all the villains in there. It has incredible storytelling, fast pace, the detective elements, it has the combat and everything. Night doesn't feel much like that. Night feels more like they tried to do a live action game to me. Like, they tried to take the live-action Batman films and what works with that, and they tried to make it super realistic with, like, the futuristic armor and shit like that. You know, Asylum and City, it was all comic book. And I think that that's what they need back in this franchise, is a great comic book writer. You know, of course, Paul Dini, he wrote some comics, but mostly he's known for the animated series and TV. Like, same difference. Like, animated stuff and comics is, like, the highlight for Batman. His animated stuff and the comics are incredible. And of course, the Arkham games are a part of that as well, although albeit less consistent than the animated series. Anyway, so this is incredible news. I mean, Scott Snyder, this is exactly what we want out of them. Oh, I just realized you guys can't even see my screen. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have even put that up. My bad. Okay, so then we have this logo, and we can speculate about what the logos are. Let's see, do I actually have a list of all the logos? I've just tweeted so much. Like, look how much I've tweeted. This was just like 7 hours ago, and I already tweeted this much. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is perfect. And you guys can't see it again because I switched off of it. Oh, I'm so good at this live streaming thing, boys. So good. Okay. So let's take a look at them one by one, and then I'll... Okay, so this is the first one, and I do have a video with Salvo coming out where we get into this a little bit more. I said that this might look like Phantasm, you know, from the Mask of the Phantasm film. I don't think that that is totally accurate. Also, is my mic on this? Okay, yeah, it is. We're good. Okay, we're good. Let's see here. Okay, so first one, I thought it was kind of Mask of the Phantasm-ish, but evidently it is not. People were saying that it looked kind of like the Court of Owls. I don't know. They haven't shown the Court of Owls logo yet. And the reason that they haven't is because it's the one on the shirt from that one woman that she tweeted. I'm not going to go back and find that because that would be impossible. So this one looks really cool. No idea what that is. Like, these are all clearly different secret societies, and I think it's going to be like a network of underground secret societies, and you're competing against all them. Why isn't this fucking video playing? What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Okay, we have this. Boom. This one also looks weird. I have no idea what that is. I won't even try to guess. No, this one looks like the League of Shadows. Very much so. Looks like the League of Shadows, that one. So, you know, we have the League of Shadows. That's super cool. But just, like, on a broader note, like, you know, I really, really appreciate everyone that has been sort of sticking with me for all this time. Like, this is so awesome for our community. Like, all of you guys in here, like, we're going to have so much fun. It is going to be a complete blast. It's just going to be so much fun. Like, we're going to have so much to talk about once this trailer drops. Now, of course, it's not a guarantee the trailer's going to drop tomorrow. The deal with that, in case you're unaware, is that an industry insider has claimed that we are going to be getting a new game here from a new game trailer. Excuse me, I'm not focused. Sorry. We're getting a trailer for the game tomorrow at the State of Play event, which is at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. for Sony. So it's going to be a PlayStation lineup game, and that's a little bit worrisome for some people. I don't think it'll be a PlayStation exclusive by any means, but it might have some DLC exclusivity, which certainly makes sense based upon WB's relationship with them in the past. So we'll just have to wait and see for that. So I think that would be incredible if we get that. Of course, it's not a guarantee, but one can hope, and I think that is our biggest hope. I'm just super thrilled right now. Let's get into the super chat questions. It's it is a surreal moment, man. Like, it's just been such a long time coming, and wow, incredible. Okay, so let's answer these questions. Dayton Malone, thank you so much for the $1 donation, man. Really appreciate it. $8 Australian dollars. I don't know how much that is in American dollars. I think that's like 10 American dollars. So thank you so much for to Robinator. I came up with the name Batman Arkham Echoes. That would be cool. I mean, yeah, it's an owl and bats. Yeah, it's all kinds of birds. Oh, this should have a bird pun, Robinator. Like, don't you think it should be some bird pun? I think that would be epic. Robinator also said, like my name. I do like your name. That is a truly epic name. Thank you guys for those super chats. Batman Arkham Echoes, yeah, it's a good name. I mean, we've got the Court of Owls, and then the bats obviously use, echo technology and shit to know where they're going. So yeah, I'm down for that. I'm trying to think of what a good name could be. It has to be something to do with the secret society, since it's probably going to be the Order of Saint Dumas. It's going to be the Court of Owls. It's going to be all that stuff. They should really have some kind of Batman Arkham Birds. Not so hot on that one. I don't know. Batman Arkham Underground? Man, that's stupid. I don't know. It's tough. We'll hopefully we find out tomorrow. Batman Arkham Society. That's good. I quite like that, actually. Arkham Alliance. That's a catchy name. Anyway, let's look at some of the other comments. Prodigy, Slickmoff, do you think this upcoming Batman will affect the Arkham franchise? So yeah, we can have that discussion of, like, do we think that this game fits into the Batman Arkham franchise? And I think that it does. I think that this game is a Batman Arkham game. My best guess is that it's going to be a sequel to Arkham Origins. I don't know this for sure. I don't think it'd make a lot of sense to be a prequel to Arkham Origins, but I think that the Court of Owls also come along pretty early in Batman's career. And also, what's important is that the Court of Owls is like a legacy organization in Gotham. They have so much political power that has lasted for hundreds of years. So they're a very important group, and I think that having it be early in Batman's career when he starts to learn, like, because Batman is obviously very optimistic early on in some ways. Of course, he's not like the most happy-go-lucky guy in the world, but what I mean to say is that, like, he has hope and faith that he can restore Gotham, and what we see in, like, BVS is in some canons where he basically loses faith in that and he just starts murking everybody. I don't really like that, but that's just me. Yo, Arkham Channel, thanks for joining, man. Batman Arkham Montreal. Hell yeah, I'm down. So, what was I saying? Oh, damn it, I can't remember. Yeah, I think that, oh yeah, it's early. It's great to be early in his career because, there's so many different plot lines going on, and it's going to be a great wake-up call for Bruce, and maybe they could do a Telltale Batman type situation where it's like he learns that maybe his father had some connection to the Court of Owls, or was a member of the Court of Owls. Who knows? Obviously, that'd be taking a play out of Telltale's book, but Telltale doesn't exist anymore, so who gives a fuck? Gabe says, this game will work so much better as a standalone. We wouldn't know the outcome of every single plot detail like Rocksteady's work has done. Now, I totally agree. I'm not a fan of prequels. And the reason I'm not is you know who's going to die, you know who's going to live. Like, what I loved about Arkham Knight is that when Barbara Gordon is falling from the tower, or when she shoots herself in the head, like, you actually think that that is when she's going to die. And it wasn't like a fake out moment where I didn't know if Batman was going to swoop in and save her. In retrospect, like, yeah, it's a very cinematic moment and they were kind of setting up for that. But when she shot herself in the head, I wasn't like, oh, that's totally fake. No, I was like, oh my god, they just killed Barbara Gordon. But if it's a weekend, excuse me, a prequel. Why did I say weekend? I don't know. It's because I just looked at a text that had the word weekend in it. I know, that was stupid. Anyway, if it's a prequel, then you know that Barbara Gordon's not going to die. Like, any moment where Barbara Gordon's in trouble, you're like, oh, she's not dead. Any moment Bruce Wayne's in trouble, oh, he's fine. But, so the only people you can kill off are... The only people you can kill off are the villains. That's it. You would have to kill off the Court of Owls because it'd be like, well, where the hell were they in the other game? So this makes me question, Gabe, like, as you bring this up, it honestly would be very difficult to do this. Because unless they defeat the Court of Owls, unless Bruce defeats the Court of Owls, he defeats Order of St. Dumas, he defeats all these underground secret societies. The League of Shadows he obviously wouldn't defeat because they live on. But, like, all these other groups, they would have to explain where the hell they went. Like, you can't just end the Court of Owls. Like, it's hundreds of people that all have millions and billions of dollars. It's not like Batman can just go in and take them all out. Of course, he does that in the comics, kind of. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not that easy, but you have to explain, like, where were all these people? Like, all these new villains you're creating, where the hell were they in City? Where were they at night? And, but the thing that's weird about it is, like, they've already built a game in this old Batman universe, so I think it'd be very odd for them to not make their own trilogy within the Batman Arkham games. Like, it's a tough call for them, and I think that what they tried to do with this Damian game that was canceled is, like, we still want to have Arkham in the name, we still want to bank off the Arkham brand, but, this is an important but, it's going to be so far in the future that what happened in the past didn't even matter, and we're actually going forward, so we can do new things with these characters. Like, we can kill whoever we want because it takes place in the future. With a prequel, your hands are tied. You can't kill any of these characters. When you try to trick us into worrying if they're going to die, we're not worried. Like, the reason I was so excited for Batman Arkham Knight, and I was sitting outside of GameStop for hours waiting for that game, is that I didn't know what was going to happen. Is Batman going to live? Is Batman going to die? This is the conclusion to the trilogy that they've spent years and years building up, almost a decade. So that's what I was excited about, and that's just me. Like, that's how I am. Like, I won't watch a show or a movie if I know how it ends. It's not... I don't care. I love surprises. I love twist endings. I love all that shit. If I already know what's going to happen, not really that interested. So if I hear spoilers for something, like, I avoid spoilers like the plague. That's just my view. Other people, they want to know what happens at the end before they even play it, and they're just playing the game for the character moments that are cool or rewarding or gameplay or whatever. So everybody's different. For me, I think it'd be really great to actually go a different direction there. And so, Gabe, you've actually changed my mind. This is a long answer to your question that was fairly straightforward, but oh my god, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I love the Batman Arkham universe. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite video game worlds ever built. If not the favorite world I've ever built. Like, they've done so much with it. They've built all these other characters. They've built out Aaron Cash, and they've built out Penelope Young, and all these other, like, it has its own lore and canon. They've done different things with the characters. Jason Todd is a totally different plot arc. Well, that's being a bit generous. His plot arc is exactly the same, but he wears a different mask. Okay, there we go. I'll be generous. Man, exciting stuff. Lots to think about. And I think that tomorrow, here's the key takeaway, is that tomorrow, if we get this trailer, I don't think we're going to know if this is an Arkham game or not. I really don't. I mean, there might be little teases and Easter eggs, but I'm being totally honest with you. I really don't think that we're going to be able to tell. I really don't. It's going to be very ambiguous. Oh, Robinator, thank you so much for another $1, man. Really appreciate it. Robinator with the triple 3 donos. Robinator, of course, have a question, and I'll be sure to, if you have a super chat with a question, I will prioritize your question and be sure to get to it, whereas everyone else, I'm not, I obviously have a lot of comments coming in. But I'll definitely respond to your comment in long form if you have a super chat, just to prioritize that, and also help support me. Oh, also, I love that the Batman running. I think that's worth the $1 anyway. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like, there is a lot to think about there. There's so much that they would be sort of abandoning. But there's another problem. And I don't mean to be mean to WB Montreal, but they kind of fucked up the continuity when they tried to work on them. I don't mean to be rude, but, like, dude, Arkham Origins takes place 5 years before Asylum. What? And he doesn't even have a Robin? And Barbara Gordon is 15 years old, and then 5 years later, like, what? Wait, did you guys think about this for, like, more than 2 seconds? How is Barbara Gordon 15 And then by the time she's... So 5 years later, for Arkham Asylum, she's 20 and in a wheelchair and already Oracle. It's like, dude, Barbara Gordon doesn't become Batgirl when she... Or doesn't become Oracle when she's 20. She's like 20... I don't know exactly. Maybe 24, 25? I mean, it's like a couple years off, but it's still like a big, like it doesn't make any sense. And then the Batgirl DLC also really screwed it up. So the two contributions they've had to the Arkhamverse have had some errors there. Of course, I mean, then Arkham Knight tried to like fix some of it and put Firefly in, and then that was really, I guess that wasn't the biggest part. Firefly was fine. That didn't mess anything up, but it's just like, I don't know. Anyway. A lot can happen in a year of 5, but it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. So, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Origins did not brutally, like, mess up the canon that I'm aware of. I'm not an expert on the Batman Arkham lore. I used to know it very well. Everybody's saying, like, it's 10 years, it's 5, it's 8, it's 9. Everyone says something different, and that's the thing, is, like, nobody fucking knows. Like, it's not clear. It should be something that's in the plot of the game, where it's, I don't know, like, it should be more clear, probably. But anyway, yo, Liquid! What's up, man? Trap Clapper. I like your new name, Liquid. This is an OG. Liquid is, like, he was my #1 dono back in the day. And it's so great to see you back, man. Thanks so much for joining. Still got that mod status, so be generous with it. Giving down the banhammer. We're just talking about the new Batman Arkham hype, man. This point I don't really care if it's already done. Yeah, okay, so let's get in the chat. If you want this to be a Batman Arkham game, type 1 in the chat. If you want it to be a new Batman Arkham Universe game, type 2. Okay? So Batman Arkham 1, spam 1 in the chat. No, don't spam, just type it a couple times. 1. New Batman game, 2. Oh my god, how much of a delay is there on this? Nobody's typing 1 or 2 yet. Lego Batman, LOL. Do you think this game will have an original story? Yes. Okay, here are the comments. 2 for Joaquin. Hey, Brady, thanks so much for the super chat, man. Hold up, we're getting spammed right now. I don't think... Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of... mostly 2s. I'm seeing mostly 2s. Holy shit. Now I'm seeing a lot of 1s. I don't know. Oh my god. 7? Oh my god. Who fucking put 7? Wow. Okay, it looks pretty neck and neck to me. It looks pretty neck and neck. I would say it's 50-50. Okay, let's go to the super chat question. Brady, sorry for sidelining that. I know I said I was prioritizing super chat questions, and I totally didn't just then. But I just, like, my chat was getting fucking spammed. Okay, Brady says, KG Beast, Killer Moth, Black Spider. Which new villain do you want? Oh, that's a great question, man. That's a great question. So, first of all, Court of Owls, obviously. That's, like, I'm super excited about that. It's one of those things, like, if you had asked me, Brady, you had, like, tweeted me and asked me, like, hey, who's the new villain you want in the next Batman game? I wouldn't have said the Court of Owls, but now that they're in the game and I think about it more, it's like, holy shit, absolutely, dude. Like, absolutely, I want that. KG Beast, I think that's Killer Moth is my #1 choice. What I love about Killer Moth is that he has a great relationship with Batgirl, and by great, I mean, like, Killer Moth is probably her main villain. In Batgirl Year 1, you learn more about their relationship, and he is, like, her starter villain, basically. So there's so much they could build upon there, especially if it's a prequel to the Batgirl DLC and all that. But here's something that's really exciting about this game, guys, is that with this game, we could have, for the very first time, we could have, like, Batman, Batgirl, Robin in their prime. Like, especially we could have this plot where he's actually picking up Batgirl and Robin for the first time, because that's the next step after Arkham Origins, right? In Arkham Origins, Barbara Gordon's 15 and Dick Grayson not in the picture yet. So the next step is, like, Barbara Gordon is 17, Dick Grayson is around that age, 18, and they both are in their very beginning stages. And you could even have the game start with him recruiting Nightwing and Batgirl. You could have missions where you're training them, and it's not just, like, going from place to place, beating up bad guys, but it's actually, like, building the Bat family. You could have choices based upon, like, who do you prioritize? Who's the main Bat family sidekick? Is it Robin or is it Batgirl? Like, those types of things would be so cool, and to see that relationship build between Tim Drake, Dick Grayson, Barbara Gordon, incredible, man. I would love that. That's what I want to see. That is what I want to see. Birdie, thanks so much for the super chat, man. $5. It really helps support the channel. And you guys have been really generous with the super chats today. Obviously, with the live streams, I don't make anything besides the super chats. So, super helpful, though. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, so let's keep the ball moving here. And let's get to some other questions. Okay, yeah, so Brady, I'm curious to know who you would like to see in terms of your event. Like, you listed 3. Let me know, like, who's the main one that you'd like to see, Brady, out of that list or any other list that you have. I'd love to see your thoughts. Thank you, Dante, Dayton. Thank you for your second super chat, man. You already donated $1. Really appreciate it. Any chance for an Arkham Origins remaster? Thank you so much for bringing this up, Dayton. I really want to talk about this. Dayton Malone, I totally agree with you, dude. Totally agree with you. I would love to see that. And I tweeted a tweet that a lot of people engaged with and thought was funny. I tweeted something to the effect of, like, who wants to catch these hands on hold up, sorry, let me tweet out my stream one more time just so everybody knows that I'm in here. Come join. Okay. Sorry. Okay, back to your question. I lost it. Okay, there we go. Arkham Origins Remastered, Dayton. I totally agree. Panda Boys, thank you for another super chat. I'll get to that in just a second. I would love to see an Arkham Origins Remaster, and I want to tweet all the devs, and I want to actually say, like, hey, we'd love an Arkham Origins Remaster as a pre-order bonus. That is what we want, is a pre-order bonus. So, like, they get something from it. They get boosted pre-order numbers, so it's not like a totally unfair exchange, but it certainly is like, hey, there is an incentive to pre-order. If you pre-order, you get this special benefit, and then the servers are shut down for the multiplayer. We could all be playing multiplayer together. Like, we could have huge live streams where we all are just, like, screwing around on the Arkham Origins multiplayer, playing as Batman, playing as thugs. Dude. Oh, my God. I love it. Sorry, it's kind of late. I got the soda before because I knew I was going to be live streaming. So, yes, we need to have an organized movement asking for Arkham Origins Remaster. I know you guys really want it. To be honest, the other Arkham fans want it more than I do. It's not that I don't want it, but it's just that, like, other people are really excited about it, and I think that's great. That's awesome. I would love it. I would love, especially for the multiplayer. I've played the story before. It's great, but I would love to see. Of course, I don't have a lot of faith in them for the graphics of the remaster, so I kind of set my expectations low and just, like, expect it's going to be shit. But yeah, that'd be incredible, man. Great question. Thanks again for the $2. Panda Plays with another. Also with the $2 super chat. Thanks so much for the $2, man. Really appreciate it. Would you like to free roam as other characters? Absolutely, dude. I mean, absolutely. That is like, if you're looking at the things that they want to prioritize, I would say free roam as other characters. It's top of the list. Top of the list. I mean, it's probably number 1. I couldn't think of anything more important that has been missing from these games than that. We at first thought the Batmobile, and we got that. We first thought, okay, a free roam in a open world with actual people in it that's, like, livable and there's actually people there. I think that is, like, a top one too. That might actually be number 1, is, like, a map that's not abandoned, because it's so repetitive and redundant, dude, with this, like, oh my god, everybody runs away from Gotham because it's so scary and it's Batman versus the world. Like, we've seen that so many times, and it's in so many comics. It's in No Man's Land. Like, dude, we want civilians, and you can make it work. I don't care what anyone says, like, oh, the Batmobile will run people over. No, it's gonna be fine. Just make, I don't know what you do. Like, Batman has some technology that, like, air blasts the civilians. Like, I don't know. It's fine. Just make it work. Who cares? And if it's really a problem, I would have no problem with the Bat Bike and the Batwing. So we can fly in the Batwing, and then we can also move around in the Batwing. And this is actually a great idea, in my opinion. I'm not being humble. I'm saying my own idea is great. But, like, if you think about it, one of the biggest problems with Night is that we had this tank shit. Like, who asked for that? And nobody. But the reason that we had so much tank stuff is because they had the Batmobile. They wanted to build upon it. If you simplify it and it's just the Batbike, no more freaking tank battles. It's literally just for mobility. It's just for fun action sequences. It's just for chases. That's it. That's all it's for. If you have the Batmobile, then it's like, oh, well, we have puzzles, and we have this, and we have that. It just simplifies things. So, anyway, to answer your question, I'm rambling. Panda Plays. Yes, I would love to free roam as other characters. That is definitely a big priority. I think, once again, like, literally, that is top of the list. We've got another super chat. Thank you so much for the $5. Rift Legit 181. Let's see. It would be great, Rift says, if we get villains we have not seen in a game before, like Killer Moth or like characters like that as side missions. What do you think? Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, like I said, it's looking like, it's not official, of course, but it's looking like these main villains that we've seen, Rift, like Two-Face, Penguin, these types of characters, like the Riddler, like the B-list villains. Like, we're going to say Joker is A-list, and obviously everyone else is B-list, so like Harley, Joker, Penguin, like really, really big comic book villains that are way more famous than somebody like Clayface or somebody like Killer Moth, like you just mentioned. And it looks like they're relying upon Azrael. It looks like they're going to be relying upon Talon. They're going to be relying upon Ra's al Ghul, who I would also say is B-list. So we have all these secret society characters, and like these characters, Batman's villains are very braggadocious. They want all the attention, right? You know, like Joker, Penguin, Two-Face, they want all the attention. They're really loud and annoying and all that type of stuff. So Rift, I think that it would be a great idea for them to use these villains, whether it be in the main story. Once again, I think that they're going to still use Two-Face. They're still going to use Penguin, because you can't really explain like why they're not in Gotham. But I think, thank you so much for the super chat, Brady. I think that another super chat. You already donated $5. Thanks so much, man. I think that yeah, Killer Moth. I'd love to see Killer Moth, whether it be as a side mission or elsewhere. Like, you can have it as a side mission. Like, if you're already too busy, Rift, in my opinion, like, it might be a little too crowded. If you have Raish, if you have Azrael, if you have Court of Owls, if you have also the mainstays that we always have, Two-Face, Riddler, Joker, Penguin, all those types of guys, like, it might be really hard to include these C-list villains. But I think that if it's a side mission, honestly, you can have so many side missions, and honestly, it would be way better than what they had in Night. What they had in Night is half of the side missions were cool villain side missions. So, you know, like the Hush one was really great. And then the other half were like these repetitive ones where you just shoot tanks and you just fight people. I think it'd be great if every side mission is attached to a villain. Like, that would be so much cooler. Instead of 14 side missions and 7 of them are linked to villains, and the other 7 are just like, destroy these road bombs, do this, do that. It's not that cool. If you have everyone attached to a villain, that'd be incredible. So absolutely, include Killer Moth, include Ketchup Condiment King. Who gives, like, who cares? Like, let's have fun with the game, man. Like, let's have fun with it. That's my thought on it. Thank you so much again for the super chat there. Brady with another $2. Thank you so much for the super chat there, man. I want Black Glove. Oh my god, dude, that is like D-list there. Scarface, Wraith, and Cat. Oh, dude, Brady, you are going for the straight D-listers, bro. I love it. The only one you didn't mention there is Condiment King, who is F-list. He is F tier. Like, he is like the next to Kite Man. It's Kite Man and Condiment King. They're both equally lame. And then Catman. And then Scarface is C-list. We'll put Scarface at C-list. I would love Scarface. So out of those 4, Scarface is my number 1. Black Glove, I don't know a lot about Black Glove. Catman is fucking hilarious. I love that guy. Wraith would be really, really cool. He is badass. C-list, I would say, as well for him. Scarface is totally include Scarface. That's one that they've missed, and they really have whiffed on. They need to put that in there. So totally agree there. I would love to know all of your guys' thoughts on other villains you'd like to see. As I said, it looks like they're really going to be focusing on these secret society villains as the main villains, which I think is great. Something we haven't seen before. It is exactly what the franchise needed, dude. Like, we have already seen Penguin rob banks like 17,000 times. We already know what he's going to do. He's going to try to get money. Two-Face is going to, like, Riddler is going to kidnap people and be mean and put trophies around. Like, oh my god. And Joker's going to be crazy. Like, it's not that the games have been repetitive. Don't get me wrong, because they've all played differently. Night was the worst, dude. Like, Penguin and Two-Face were so shit in that game. They had no role at all. It was a total joke. So I don't want that. And here's something I want to point out. Let's look at Asylum, City, and Night. Which game is the best story out of those 3? Of course, the best story out of those games is City and Asylum. The worst is Night. The weakest is Night. So the weakest story of all the Arkham games, is the one where they have two main villains, just like they did in a movie. This is what I'm saying, is they tried to make Arkham Knight like a movie, like a Batman, AAA Batman film, okay? Or AAA Batman, like a top Batman movie, right? But they really need to go the direction of like what we have in the comics, which is where there's 10 villains and they're all in the main story. There are no side missions. It's just like there is side missions, but like 7 or 8 villains play a big role in the story. It's like we go from Poison Ivy and then to Bane and then the Joker and then to Harley and back to Joker. That's what it was in Asylum. That's what it was like in City, and that is what is fun. We love that. So I want that in this game. I want the top tier villains. I want the Court of Owls villains. I want all of them. Like, you can't just say like, oh, we just want talent in this game, because that's what they do in the movies. They just have one villain, maybe 2. It's like, no, that's not the strength of these video games. The strength of Batman is his rogues gallery. It doesn't make sense in a movie because you want to build out character plots, but video games are way longer than movies. Video games are 8 hours long. A movie is 2 hours, an hour and a half. So anyway, Brady, thanks for the question. Great ideas there. Legion, I'm back. Yo, twin, what's up, my twin? What you think they'll show? I think that they'll just show a basic CGI trailer. I think it's going to be a tease. As I said, we're discussing right now, is this going to be an Arkham game? Is it not going to be an Arkham game? Being completely honest with you, I don't foresee this being obvious tomorrow. So we get a trailer tomorrow, which I think we're 70% likely to get, maybe even 80%. I know Bobby, who's a dev at W Games Montreal, he was actually talking about how he had a business trip. Unfortunately, he got ill, so that business trip might have something to do with that Rift Legit. Excuse me. I saw your other donation, so don't worry. I didn't forget about you. We'll get there in just a second. So I think that I think that it's going to be a pretty straightforward CGI trailer. Nothing crazy. We're not going to see a lot of plot details, but we're going to get to see Batman. We're going to get to see his character design. We're going to get to see Talon. That'll definitely be in there. So I don't mean to like set your expectations too low. We're going to see stuff, but it's just going to be, just don't expect like, oh, this is the plot and it's an Arkham game and it takes place at this time. Like this, there's not going to be a lot of details about the plot. Think about the Arkham Knight CGI trailer. It's just like, okay, Batman runs in and there's the Batmobile, so we get that. And then he beats people up and then drives away. It's just like, you don't get a lot about the story there. Like, from that trailer, you would think that Two-Face is the main villain of the game or something. Like, you just don't get a lot from a CGI trailer. But we get confirmation that the game's real. And we get to see a first glimpse at Batman. So that's going to be great. Thank you so much for the $2 there, Legion. Great to have you in here, dude. Rift Legit with another $5 dono. Thanks so much, man. You guys have been absolutely crushing it today. Really supporting the stream. Really, like... I mean, if you guys, are consistently support the stream and stuff, like I can stream way more. Of course, it's like, it was a big investment too. Like this computer that I bought to stream is like $1,000, and I haven't really got into streaming yet. So, it's not that but of course I've been desperate for information and stuff to talk about. So like, there wasn't a lot to talk about. But now, obviously everything's changing. I mean, the hype is back, baby. Anyway, Rift Legit. If they had a moth mission like Firefly from Arkham Knight, but way better, and someone like Clockwork, Clockwork, absolutely. I still ship Condiment King Rift Legit. I think if we have to go for a D-lister, you gotta go Condiment King, dude. Like, a mission where, it's like Firefly, where Firefly is obviously flying away in Arkham Knight, and you chase him with the Batmobile, and you, like, shoot up to him and punch him, blah, blah, blah. It's like that, and you're chasing him in the Bat Bike, because we already said there's no Batmobile, we just want a Bat Bike. You're chasing him in the Bat Bike, and then instead of shooting fire, he like drops ketchup on the road, and then like the Bat Bike slips, and then it's like a big problem, and there's ketchup all over his tires, and it's he has to wash it. That's a big problem, of course. So I love your idea, Rift Legit. A moth mission, yeah, I still ship Killer Moth. I'd say he's a C-lister. As I said, especially if you have Batgirl in there, you've got to have Killer Moth, because they're arch nemesis. Arch nemesis? I don't know, whatever. That's a super important relationship, and especially, like, they could do Batgirl Year One. It could be like Batgirl at the Masquerade. I don't know if you guys have read Batgirl Year One, and then Batman and Robin show up, and then Batgirl tries to impersonate them and tries to become Batman, and then Batman's like, what the hell? You're like using our likeness, and you're not a part of our club, and then he's like, okay, you're a part of our club, and then it's really weird. But anyway, that would be absolutely awesome. Brady with another dono. Thank you for the $2 so much, Brady. Brady says multiplayer Bat Family co-op Bruce Wayne gameplay, hell yeah. Okay, that's what we want. That's what we really want. Not dual play. We want tri-play. We want to be, instead of like Batman throws a guy up and then Nightwing punches, we want like Nightwing throws the guy up and then Batman punches towards Batgirl and then Batgirl punches him into the ground. Like, I don't know, something cool like that. There's all types of things that you could do there. And then also Bruce Wayne gameplay, totally agree. That's definitely the direction that the video game genre is going. And you have to give a lot of credit to Spider-Man PS4. I mean, that real Spider-Man PS4 and Insomniac and what they did with that game. And the real life interpersonal character beats from that game were incredible. I mean, it's nothing like we've seen. Like, there's nothing like that in City. In City, it's like a novelty when you're playing as Bruce Wayne. It lasts 10-15 minutes and then it's over. With Spider-Man PS4, it's a game design choice. It's like a part of the game design of that game. And when you think about it in that way, it's like, it kind of, you realize like how insane that is. Like, they did such an incredible job with that, and they made it interesting, playing as this random guy that's just walking around, and you're like somehow still amused by it, and it's still fun, and you're interacting with Aunt May, and you're just talking, and it's great. And that's what I want to see. Like, I want to see Bruce just chatting with Barbara and Dick in the Batcave. Like, that to me are the moments that are missing in the franchise. We get those moments over the microphone, but I think that like these interpersonal character moments of like what's going on in these characters' lives, and then you also can have Barbara Gordon and Dick Grayson going on their first date type situation. I would love to play through that. Like, dude, a 15-minute mission. I know that like some of you guys are young. Most of my fans, they're around my age or maybe like a little younger, like 17, 18. Some of you guys are like, I know that a small minority of my fans are maybe like 13, 14, like really young, right? And when you're 13, like, you might just be like, oh, that shit, that's gay. Like, who cares about that? We just want, like, we just want action and fighting, and that's why Night is great, because it gets to drive around in a tank and blow everybody up, and, like, certainly that's fun. I want that most of the game. I'm not saying that I want a dating simulator or something, but, like, a 15-minute mission where you're playing through Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon's first date, like, that would be so cool, dude. Like, in no universe is that annoying. Or in no universe do you feel like, are you playing through that and like, oh, I wish that we were back to the old model where you're going from place to place to place to place fighting bad guys. Like, you would think that this is such a great change of pace for this franchise. This is incredible. You're getting all these interpersonal character moments. You feel like you're connecting to these characters, and that's the thing. I like, if there's a flaw with the Batman Arkham games, it's that it relies upon your prior knowledge of the characters and who they are too much to like them. Like, if you don't already know who Dick Grayson is, you're not going to have a strong connection with him because he's in the game so little. He's in City such a small amount. He's in Night such a small amount. Like, you can't really connect with the character that you have no connection with, and it's just him, like, giving quips and one-liners. Like, you just can't really get into that. But, of course, the reason that we love that character and it works so well is because we already know who he is, and he's acting on character because Rocksteady gets these characters. So they made them exactly like they are in the comics and in the animated series, so we feel right at home. But without that, it's really difficult. So, Brady, this is a long answer to a short question, but definitely Bat Family Co-op. I totally agree with you. That is something that they need to do. It's a top priority for them. And Brady already has another super chat before I even finished answering his last question. Ratcheter, more multiplayer from Origins. Ratcatcher, excuse me. That is below F list. That's Z list. More multiplayer from Origins, absolutely. They really should build upon that mode. It was such a great start. I think that obviously, like, the gameplay wasn't super fleshed out. It's such a great mode that, like, it's such a great idea, and I would love to see it. I would absolutely love to see the multiplayer stuff. And like I said, like, the main reason I want to see Arkham Origins remastered in the first place is actually just to get multiplayer and to be able to play with you guys. It would be so fun. Those live streams would be just such a blast. So, Brady, I totally agree with you. Multiplayer from Origins. What would I do to expand upon it? You didn't ask that, Brady, but I'm just kind of like inferring that in your question of like, do we want more of it? Yes, we definitely want more of it, and I think that they could maybe expand the size of the matches, perhaps. It's one thing that can make it interesting. We need more class customization for the weapons. The FPS needs to get way better. The first-person shooter dynamics, it was very clunky. It was like worse than Battlefield. if they can get it to like Call of Duty or Halo or Apex Legends type fluidity, where it just feels good. Like, it doesn't need to be top of the line FPS action, right? But it needs to be fluid. It needs to feel like the way it felt in the multiplayer for Origins is like, ah, shit, like I'm playing as this thug. That sucks because you're clunky, you're slow, you can't do anything, and your guns are horrible, and it's just like, it's not that fun. But it is super fun playing as Batman taking out real humans, because of course one of the problems with the Arkham games and the stealth and the AI is that like they're so unbelievably stupid. You just like sneak up behind them and you make noise, like you jump off of a 4-story building, you jump right behind them and somehow they don't hear your cape. It's just like, what? So it's way different in multiplayer. Like, you have to be much more strategic about it. I quite like that. Panda, thank you so much for the $1, man. You've donated so many times already. I really, really appreciate the $1, dude. Daniel, absolutely, my man. Absolutely. For those of you unaware, I'm going back to North Carolina, and my friend Daniel here, we're going to be hanging on Friday because he lives in North Carolina as well. It's gonna be a good time, Daniel, and hopefully we'll have a trailer by then that we can chat about on Friday when we hang, and we can talk about what we think about it. Hellfire Black, they can do 6v6 with 2 heroes like Batman and Robin, Nightwing mode. Co-op mode would be great too, definitely. Oh, and then you could also do like Commissioner Gordon. Oh, that's another. Oh, that would be so cool. Like, imagine an FPS that's actually like no Batman. Let's just cut that out entirely for like a certain modes. I'm not saying the whole multiplayer mode, but it's like GCPD versus Court of Owls, or like Joker Goons or whatever. Like, who knows? And then it could be like straight up FPS playing through areas of Gotham. You know, like these iconic locations of Gotham. Like, can you imagine a first-person shooter, Call of Duty style game, but you're using like Gotham, like you're using Uzis and like stuff that Gotham criminals would use, and you're fighting in like Wayne Tower. Like, Wayne Tower is the map, or Crime Alley, or something like that. Like Gotham City Imposters almost, dude, for the multiplayer. I'm obviously getting ahead of myself. This is all crazy talk, but that'd be awesome. K316, thank you so much for the $2 donation, man. I am not watching Titan Seasons 2, but should I? Should I, though? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, my hype is all around Batman Arkham. Not to shove off your question, like, it's a good question, but I haven't watched it yet. I've heard pretty good things. I was talking to Luke about it, K-Wing, and I think he was telling me that it got off to a rough start, if I remember what he told me last time we talked. After our interview, we talked about it. So I think K-Wing had mixed opinions. I think Salvo liked it, if I remember. It's actually been a while, so I need to get into it. I'll probably wait for it to finish and then binge it, maybe. Dan, I think that the Jimmy G casting, I thought that was, I think it's really good. I think that, he's obviously a great actor, and, he definitely has a different look than J.K. Simmons. Like, J.K. Simmons is like a super scrawny, skinny guy. I think that he was too skinny to play Jim Gordon, because, like, if you look at an Asylum, he's this big, bulky guy. Of course, it's different every time. I guess he was a skinny, frail dude in The Dark Knight Rises, too. Like, what's his name? Gary Oldman is pretty thin, but, like, it seems that, I mean, obviously, I don't know. Like, I think it's a good cast. Like, it doesn't have to, like, obviously you don't have to look exactly like he does in Asylum with the bulkiness and like the character design, because they also changed it. And once again, like, at night he looks totally different than he does in Asylum. Jim Gordon, that's actually kind of weird now that I think about it, how much different he looks. But anyway, yeah. So I love the comic book Asylum look where Jim Gordon is kind of like this bigger, bulkier guy. And that's definitely what they're going for with casting him. So I think that's cool. And you couldn't bring J.K. Simmons back. Like, at first I thought, like, damn, I really hope J.K. Simmons would come back. But they want it out of the DCEU, so you can't really, like, it would just be unclear. So anyway. All right, what's next? Next question. Yeah, J.K. Simmons did get buff in tonight. Yeah, I know. You're right, You're right, Daniel. He was in it. He was in the movie for what, 4 minutes? That's like pointless. Oh, I remember, Daniel, that video where he's like lifting. Oh, that's hilarious. I can't believe he did all that work for that role and got nothing. Can we talk about Knight's End? What is that, Panda? I'm going to stream probably for about 10 more minutes, guys, if that's cool with you guys. So any other questions you have, send them in. We have 240 people in the stream. Is that how many we have? Is that right? Yeah, 240. Wow, such a huge showing. Thanks so much, guys. I've been rambling really hard, so I apologize about that. I've just been going on and on and on and on and on. But anyway. What about Azrael? Yeah, I think Azrael will be in the game. Jim Gordon, LOL, that's funny. The symbols of the demon's head in the Court of Owls might prove. Arkham Universe, Family Universe. Oh, Arkham. Oh my god, I don't even remember those, Daniel. Like, I remember vaguely, but I don't remember the details of that because there's been so many leaks, so much fucking bullshit we've been dealing with for so many years that, you know, I never really know. Joaquin, what do you think of Birds of Prey movie and trailer? Looks like hot trash. What do you think? Look at Robert Pattinson as the new Batman. Totally down for it. Batman Arkham Shadows. That's a great name. Robert Pattinson should be good. He's a great actor. Batman Arkham Society. They'll just release Batman in Fortnite. Brady with another dono. Oh my god. More DC Universe teases Luther business deals. Absolutely, Brady. I totally agree with you there. I think that they started to do some good things in Night. Like, Night had the most Easter eggs. They had the most Superman Easter eggs. They had the most Lex Luthor Easter eggs. Why is your donation not popped up or come through on the screen? I think with Super Chat it takes a little bit. But it should have a... There it is. There you are, Brady. Thanks again so much for the $2. I think that, yeah, there is this dichotomy where it's like you want to make it feel like it's a Batman game and in a Batman universe and like you're in Gotham, but certainly building upon the DC universe. And there's the thing too that's really helpful about it, and like to speak to this a little bit more, Brady, is that, you know, with Arkham Knight, they didn't know where to DC video games. This is just one of them. The Batman is one. Panda, thank you so much for another $1, man. I really appreciate it. Voice? What's wrong with my voice? Panda with another $1, and thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Helps a bunch. So Brady, yeah, back to your question or comment. I would love to see more teases, especially like if they start teasing the direction of where the DC game is going and where the DC video game universe is going. That would be absolutely incredible. I personally hope Joker is in the game as little as possible. Okay, let's have another poll. If you would like the Joker to be in the game, press 1. Joker in. If you would like the Joker to not be in the game at all, press 2. And if you pick one, that doesn't mean that the Joker's the main villain. It's just that you want them in the game. And if you don't want him in the game at all, Joker is not even... Maybe he's mentioned, but he's not in the game at all. Type 2. We'll kind of get a gauge on this. Oh, 2, 2. 1, 1. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh my gosh. Oh, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. It looks pretty 50-50 to me. Yeah, it looks pretty 50-50. Daniel doesn't want him. Landon doesn't. Gabe does. Spidey doesn't. Young does. Spidey, once again, doesn't. Landon doesn't. Batman v Superman doesn't. DC Danner wants 3. That's cool. Beware the Batman. Thanks for joining, dog. You've had some fire tweets recently. No Joker for you. Beware the Batman. What is your real name, by the way? DM me your real name. It looks pretty 50-50 to me. So I'll give you my thoughts on it. Like, my thoughts are the Joker would be a great foil to the Court of Owls and to Batman. Like, it would be a great contrast because the Court of Owls and the Joker, they're complete opposites. The Joker is very loud, bombastic. He wants everyone to be watching him. He wants to be the center of attention. And the Court of Owls, they want to be secret, behind the scenes. Nobody knows about them. So the Joker, he just doesn't care. Like, the Court of Owls would try to control him, and they would try to, like, get him to be quiet, and then he would just, like, spoil everything, and he would tell everybody. Brady, thanks for another $2. Thank you so much, man. I'll read your comment just a second. Let me finish this thought. Dude, like, the Joker gives 0 fucks, and he doesn't reveal the Batman's secret identity because he likes him. Because he's a fan, basically. Kind of, not really, but he likes him, and he thinks it's fun playing with him. But with the Court of Owls, if they annoy him, he doesn't like them. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, he'll just ruin them. So I would love to see that. Like, and then you could get into even like a Telltale Batman Season 2 thing, where it's like they work together. I mean, that's obviously really pushing it. I wouldn't want to see that, but it would just be funny to see. So my thoughts on it are like, 2, I do want the Joker, or no, not 2. 1, I do want Joker in the game, but definitely not a main villain. Definitely not like a small role in the plot. But not just a side mission either. That you can't have Joker as a side mission, but he needs to have a limited role in the plot. Brady matches Malone missions, spy-like missions. When you say Malone, are you talking about? What are you talking about, Brady? Are you talking about from Spider-Man PS4? Those Maloney. Spy-like missions. Can you explain what you mean, Brady? Wait, what was I talking about? I think I was talking something about spy, like, undercover stuff. Oh, I feel so stupid because I can't remember. I can't even remember what I was talking about like 3 seconds ago. I'm like Joe Biden over here. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Brady, can you clarify what you're referring to? Thank you for the $2. Do you think there should be a day-night cycle? Yes, definitely, Mason. If there's a prequel, Joker should be a side mission setting up Asylum. That would be... Oh, yeah, that's actually cool. That's a good idea. Gotham Knight matches Malone for Batman. Oh! Yes. Okay, sorry. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, dude, that would be great. I know, Kevin Conroy would be pissed. I thought you were talking about Maloney, like, never mind, whatever. Okay, I guess that is kind of what they did in Telltale Batman Season 2, isn't it, huh? And then, but it's weird because it's like, they've already done that with Hush in some way. With Night, that was kind of the side mission in Night, was like impersonating Batman. But anyway, like, yeah, I'd totally be down for that. That'd be really cool. Daniel, this game should be its own thing, but I do want to keep Hamill and Conroy in some capacity. Ezra voice actor, Cyborg from Teen Titans. For sure. Oh, I'm getting tired. I'm down for Kevin Conroy, though. I'll tell you that right now. Next one is Criminal Identity Batman takes on. Yeah. I remember now, Brady. Thank you for that clarification. Should Kevin Conroy voice Batman? They should do younger. I mean, if it's a prequel to Origins, you have to. You have to use... If it's canon to the Ark... I guess you don't. But Kevin Conroy wouldn't make sense. He's too old. Like, Kevin Conroy, he's an amazing Batman, dude. He's an amazing voice actor. But the fact is, the guy's old, dude. He's like 70. And he can't voice a 23-year-old man. He just can't do it. Like, it doesn't work. His voice is too grisly. Like, he doesn't sound 70 when he voices Batman. He sounds like 40, though. So you have to do adult Batman. Like, you can't do this, like, young adult Batman. The crossover channel you had with Salvage, oh, that stopped a long time ago. We wanted to talk about, we wanted to do other games, you know, like Overwatch and stuff. We did a little, we just didn't commit to it. Like, we didn't stick to it that much. It's a lot of work to do a second channel. We can maybe do it, though. It'd be fun to do it again. I really love that channel. I miss it. Maybe if we blow up for this game and we both get really big followings, like 6-figure subs or more, then we can make a collab channel. Would you like to see drama between both Batman and Bruce's lives? Yes, definitely. Telltale Batman did a great job with that. Spider-Man PS4 did a great job with that. thank you guys so much for watching. I think I'm going to cut the stream just so, like, everybody watching the VOD. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all the donations. Let's do a donation rundown of everyone that donated. There's so many donations. I really, really appreciate it. Like, this was such a fun stream. Robinator gave $8. Dainton, $1. Robinator, $3. Robinator, another $1. Brady, $5. Danton, $2. Panda, $2. Rift Legit donated several times, $5. Brady, another $1. Legion, $2. Rift Legit, $5. Brady, $2. Brady, $2. Panda Plays, $1. K316, $2. Brady, $1. Panda Plays, $1. Brady, $1.99. Thank you all so much for the donations. It really, really helps out. It really allows me to, like, keep bringing you content and stuff. And the best is yet to come for us all, comrades. I look forward to talking with you guys soon. This will go up as a VOD, so if you missed any part of the stream, you can watch it. It's just our video. It'll go up like that. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm glad that you're hype, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Best of luck tomorrow. Not fainting when you watch the trailer. Of course, stay tuned to my Twitter, twitter.com/slickmoth. And buy my merch if you want. Slickmoth t-shirt. It's pretty cool. Do I have one? Where do I mean, of course I have one. I have my own merch, but I think it's dirty. I can't show you. Anyway, you can see the picture below. You can see him. It's cool. Yeah, because the hype is about to be real, son. All right, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.